Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all for joining us today. My name is Rashmita, and I am the event planner for Microsoft Reactor India. This session will run over the next 60 minutes, including Q&A. But before we begin the session, please read our code of conduct. We are all here to learn together, so please be respectful of other people's views. Be patient and be considerate. Ask your questions. The chat is open throughout, and we do encourage you all to participate. So please feel free to drop all your questions in the chat section. I would now like to welcome Swami, our speaker for today's session. He is an aspirant software architect and currently works at Applied Information Sciences. He loves to learn about new technologies, but for now, I will hand over to Swami to begin the session. Let me bring him into the stream. There you go. Over to you, Swami. Your presentation is
Yeah.
also up.
Okay. Is my image in a smaller version and screen is in a big mode, is it?
Yes, Swami. I just did it.
Okay. Thank you so much. Hey guys, thanks so much for joining another session on AI102 series. And we have completed quite a few things. I just want to do a quick recap, uh, not like a recap. Just we'll see what is that we have completed this. Another session will be there. Rest we'll complete these two. I'm filling in the gap. What is what is that which has changed? And again, this content is going to change on 30th April, 20 days or 20 plus days from now. The content is going to change, and it's becoming condensed. So it's a good thing and focused. And what is the things which are latest? If you see, when you come to the Gen AI, at the time it was AI Studio and a lot of other things were there, but now everything is AI Foundry, and all the things are pretty much latest. And from the prompt engineering perspective, also if you see that the latest enhancements has come in, and to implementation we did this DALI and RAG. We'll see. I think today time will permit us to do something out of the box or see something different. We will plan. I already planned it, but I'm keeping it aside. And one section which is pending, that's the next one. But this got rescheduled because of some technical things. Okay, so let's see. This is the one we are going to discuss, the NER or custom named entity. And here is the GitHub repository, my GitHub repository. And this is where the speaker series, and today's is episode 22. We completed episode 23 and 24. 22 was a slip. It came in here. So this is the URL. Rashmita will share all these three links, and this is where I am recreating all the code of AI 102. So you can see that it has got the C sharp version, the Python version. Long time it was pending. I thought I was telling that I'll start it, but today we will definitely start. Multiple things are going to happen today. It's a lucky day for me and for you also, I assume. So let's start with this custom named entity recognition. So it's custom entity extraction. Okay, so is one of the features, many features which are supported by natural language processing. Okay, so this is just an introduction. So if you see that all the predefined entities, or we can uh, train this model, we'll be seeing a project doing that. So we can identify what is what. It is very good. I really liked it. We'll go to the understanding this NER. So you can see that in this NER itself, we'll have the pre-built versus custom. So I think I would have given a link somewhere. So I forgot to flash this one. I'm still a learner. Apologize if I do any mistake. And demos are kept simple. And these are the things which we are going to do. A lot of things. And please fasten your seatbelt and let's spend let's spend a minute. This is a playlist. If you go to this and see, you will already see all the 23 episodes which you have completed. Today's will be 24. So 23 is there, but one catch is that, as I was mentioning, the previous two episodes is episode 23 and episode 24. Whatever we are doing today is episode 22. So that's the only thing, but rest you have everything there. And this is introduction to NER. I'll just keep aside this one. This we have already have opened it, and here built-in named entity recognition. So here if you see this one, built-in named recognition. So we have a separate section here under the language, AI language. So I think quite a few things we have already covered in this. I think here NER quick start. And here in this NER quick start, now instead of AI Studio or those things, now it's called as AI Foundry. And when you come in here, so we have to create a resource. I'll show you creating the resource. Just let's wait for a couple of minutes. We'll see that this is the JSON format which we need to send it when we are sending it. And we can also use the curl version or the PowerShell or curl version, but .NET we are using the curl tool itself, and the response will be like this. Okay, so we will be seeing that in a minute. So let me go here, and I will go to the resource group which we already have. So inside this I just created a language service here. So I just select this, and here we have a language studio. We'll go to the language studio also. I have opened up the language studio here, and from the in this one we can come to the resource and select the features. I mean, these features we see that enable custom question answering. We already did that. Custom Q&A, enable custom text classification, and custom named entity recognition. So while creating, how do we create it is we'll come in here. So we'll log in. Just we'll see this. How do we create this language resource? It's a language service. So we can see it's called as language service, and inside this language service we'll select the language, and here you can see that custom question answering and custom text classification, NER, custom sentiment analysis, custom text analytics for health. So we need to select one or two based on you want both. We can select both, or you don't want, or in any combination we can select it. And here we can see this sentiment analysis, key phrase, pre-built Q&A, CLU, NER, text summarization, text analytics for health. And we can click on continue. And here, when it comes to the pricing tier, I already took that. I already took the free one. It's already I've taken. So until I can go to some other region, and then it will give me the free tier. But within the same free tier, it's already done. It's taken. So we can try Australia East. We can try that, or yeah, we can try that creating lang svc dev 002, and let's use the free tier, and the search region, the search index. Okay, it has to create this search index, and other things also has to be done, has to be created. So what I'll do is we know the process how to create it, and I showed that once you switch to a different region, you will have the chance of using the free one. But when it comes to the same region, once you use the free tier, you'll not be able to use it again. So let me come back to this one and assume that we are creating the new one. So let me come back and let me sign in. Should allow us. It might take a minute, but it will allow us. And we also know that when we go here to the language studio, we have the endpoint and the keys. The endpoint is lang svc dev 001, and keys are here. I can rotate the keys, and let's come back to the studio. So here we have this custom entity lab, which is there, and on top of that we have a lot of free things which we can try. I think most of the things we have seen, the extract information, I think to a decent extent we have seen, and in the classification also I think we have seen the detect language and some of the things, and CLU we have seen, and summarize text, I don't remember we seeing it. I think translate we spent to a decent extent, we spent the translate one. So let's come back to the feature here and come back here. Here is that we can see what features has been enabled, and endpoint and keys. So we can give it a shot. So if we see that that's a endpoint, svc dev 001, and we have the language, and the URL also I've given over here, and we can see the text what it is being given here. Yeah, this one. I had a wonderful trip to Seattle last week, so same thing, I'm using it here, and we can click on send. It sends that, and trip is an event, and Seattle is a category, is a location, and last week is category belongs to date time. So like that, it is categorizing all these things, and you can see that confidence score is also available. Trip is an event. 0.66 is a confidence score here. Seattle is a city, it's 100% sure. The confidence score is 1. And here last week it says that 80% confidence. So that's how we interact with built-in. This is the built-in NER. So it's the built-in one, it's not a custom. So we saw that there are two types. One is built-in, one is custom. So we saw that how to create the language service resource, and we saw the difference. Within a region we can have only one F1 free tier, and you can change the region and we can avail another free tier. And we saw that how to extract the keys and endpoints, and we can create the environment variables or create variables in Postman, and then we can create the sample payload, or we can put it as a body. So when we are sending it here, if it is the raw text, or you can attach a file and send it. So that is the first thing which we have seen. So let's go to the next section. Just now we saw that, and understanding the custom named entity. Let's come back to the syllabus over here. Understanding the custom name, custom NER, let me call as NER, which is simple named entity recognition. So we spent some time on interacting with the built-in, where we create it and use it. And how is that you developed custom NER? So we need to define these things, we need to upload it, and then we need to tag the data, and then we need to train, view the model performance, and then if needed we can improve and deploy, and then interact with that. So define entities are the content which we'll be using for this, and tag the data is very hardest part. That's where you need to go and select like what uh, portion of the context or the text belongs to what type of entity it is. Then we need to train the model, view the model, improve the performance, deploy, and extract the entities. So data selection, again, the rules of the game, how diverse the content should be, and accuracy, and how do you extract is that we will see this as part of the project. Okay, we'll see that as project part of the project. And so you can see that AI language service enforces certain restrictions. So training files should be like 10 files, not more than 1 lakh. In deployment, 10 projects, and APIs, and one storage account per project, and 500 project per resources, and 50 trained models per project. So there are some rules which is, as of now it is today. Tomorrow it might change. So at least we should know that what is the number of uh, items or number of things which is going to allow. So we need to check that. And let me come back here, and this labeling data and other things we can see live when we are doing. I mean, there are multiple ways we can do it manually, or we can use the APIs. So sorry, we can use the APIs. So similarly, evaluate, train and evaluate is again the same process. We know that FN score, combination of precision and recall, these two things, the ratio of successful entity recognitions and the ratio of successful entity recognition to actual number of entities in the document. That's recall. Precision is recognition to attempt all recognition. So high score means that as long as the entity is recognized, it's labeled correctly. Okay, high score means it finds the entities well. So those three things are there. So how do we interpret the metrics? Like we can look at the confusion metrics. So positives, true positives, false negatives. Like though, so the confusion metrics will be there. And yeah, this is the performance. Evaluate the model performance. We need to see that what is the defense score, precision, and recall. We'll see. And because we have very less sample data, so ours might not be, we just for the sake we can see this model performance, but it's not the real one, at least because we have very less data. So let me create this one. Let's see how do we do it. So let me come back here to this one, and it's already created. So you can see that we create a resource and language service, and we need to ensure that custom named entity recognition. We saw that there are two things which we need to select if we want to recall it again. It's this one and custom question answering. So we need to select this one. And free, if it is available, you can select a different region if free is already taken. and a storage account has to be linked to this one. We'll see that in a minute. And on top of that, whatever the storage account this is using, so we need to come back to the storage account. This is a storage account, and if you go to the IAM, inside that, oh, IAM, I'm sorry. If you come to the IAM and in the role assignment for my name, if you come and search, so it should have the storage blob data contributor. So you can see that storage blob data contributor. So if it is not, it will not be able to, will not be able to proceed with this demo. So that has to be added. Okay, within the access, we need to select the storage blob contributor, because when we are uploading, it need to hit that particular storage account. So once that is done, so what we need to do is we need to come back, and first thing is we created this, we created, and we need to upload the samples. That means we will go back to the storage browser, and in the blob container, we will have what is that, classifieds. So within this classifieds, we have quite a few things are there. Okay, so these are the things which we uploaded, and after that create a custom NER project. So what we have to do is we need to go back to this one. Let me come back here, and here we'll have the, it shows that create new project, and here there are different kind of projects. We need to select custom named entity recognition NER. So custom entity lab, I'll call it as a V1. So it selected the language resource and the storage account. You see this, the storage account, and I'm calling it as V1. And text primary language is English US. Let's see that English US, and in the description, enable is no, and in this I'm calling it as V1. Okay, so next choose a container. So inside the container, we need to select the classified, the same container I'm using. And are the files labeled with the classes? No. And then we'll select, once that is done, we'll be clicking on create project. So now we'll have two different projects with custom NER. So one I created a couple of days ago, one I'm having here now. So let's go back to this one where we'll see one I created 10 days ago, the custom named entity, one we have created just now. So let's stick to this. Okay. So labeling the data. So we'll just see how to do it a little, and then we can go ahead and do for everything. Okay, or we can do for one or two, and then we can go and select. Uh, I mean, just one or two we will do it, but not all. So here they have clearly given text face here, text face code of firewood. So here, this one we can select, and oh, here we need to label. Okay, data labeling in the activity, add an entity. So first thing is we need to add an entity here. So one entity is items for sale, and the second entity is price, and the third entity is location. So we'll take this three. So we have these three, and then we'll select uh, which one you want to recognize. So this is item for sale. So it marked it, and $90 location is Denver, and that's the location, and price is $90, and that's the price. And we can click on the next document. Now we clearly table with integrated fire pit. So I think this should be the item for sale, and I think Portland should be the location, and somewhere should be the price. Okay, $400 is the price. Okay, so I can click on save labels. Just we should know the process. So I added the entity, we uploaded the set of files, and out of this, what all the entities which we wanted to identify, will add the entity, and we can do this. Or there's something called auto label. Even I didn't try this, but we can try it now. Okay, it's internally it is using. Does it have anything? Okay. We recommend the deployment of text DaVinci 002. So I didn't deploy this model text DaVinci. So that's the reason we are unable to create. If not, we would have given the shot. I think text DaVinci models are not being deployed, if I'm not wrong. We'll see that. So where is that? I think here. So we created. Now training the model. So here we can come back. Here we saw that these are the labeling, and these are the projects. This is home. So we can come back to the projects where we will see this. Right now the projects, we don't have the proper set of projects. And let me come and we'll see that one thing also here. Let's deploy. So this comes directly to the AI Foundry. Let's give that a shot. I mean, auto labeling might definitely help uh, because under the hoods it's using the OpenAI. Should be pretty intelligent to do that. And in the meanwhile, we can go back here because we just did training data set and we didn't do any of those things. A lot of other things are there. So I'll come back to uh, switch back to this one for the time being. Until this comes, we'll see the rest of the process here. So all the things, if we see, has been marked. So we completed that, and we can come back to this one for training. Start a training job and override the existing model. We'll select this the model, and it is 80/20. 80% of the data is for training, and 20% of the data is for testing. So it's working on that. We'll see. I think it shouldn't take this much of time. Something is okay. That's good. Switching the directory. It's trying. Okay. And this is my Microsoft one. So we are here, text foundry, and Let me go to create a project. We can create a project. Let's create a first project. Okay, this is also good. Uh, let's select this one. Oh, I already have few projects, but I don't know why it didn't show us those projects. So it's creating the project. In the meanwhile, let's see. Have some sore throat. Just give me a minute. So here we see job is still in progress. It will be completed. It will not take much time because we have only 11 files. And this is the model, output model, extract ads. And okay, these are the things which it is creating. It created the keyword, storage account, AI service, AI hub it's creating, and then it creates this one. So let's flip between and see the things. I think still in progress. Job is still in progress. It just started a minute ago. Not a big deal. It's just 1 minute. So let's see this. Even it got created, then it's creating a project. I think it might create this AI service. If not, I think it's a multi-service account. Yeah, this will be done. So we can try different things. So let's see. Let's go back to this and come back. We are here. Then we'll come back to this training model. I think job is in queue starting. Oh, it didn't even start. No, it says it's in progress. It will complete. It's just very few files. It shouldn't take that much of time. So here we can find this AI Foundry, and here we'll see the models. Let's deploy a model, base model, text DaVinci. This one, uh, based on this one. Let's customize the Sweden Central. Okay, it's creating this, and then we can try the automatic training also. So I think this should be done by this time. Let's do a full refresh of this. Sometimes UI doesn't reflect the state. So this is one of the shortcut to know. Oh, no, seriously, okay. Now it's working. So you're seeing that it's something is spinning. I think it should give us an output. Let's see that. Okay, this is also it's creating. Let's see. And when it start working, everything will start working at the same time. Okay, just give it a minute. If not, we'll move forward. I think it's extracting. The job is in queue. Oh, is it because I have hooked the same storage to two different things? Shouldn't be. I don't think so. That's the problem. But let's see. It's extracting. So let it do its job, and then we will see whether oh, the model is deprecated. Ah, okay. Anyways, it is not available, so let's stick to the same thing. And the next thing is, once the model is totally trained, so we can come to this section here, model performance section. So that's a model expiry. It's we are not the training. I mean, I told you, isn't it? I tried this 8 days ago. So there we can see that F1 score. So we can mouse over on this precision, and you can see that it's a ratio that incorporates false positive but not false negative. And it's a good metric to look at when cost of false negative is high, such as fraud detection or cancer detection. I don't know what those are, but this is a weighted average between the precision and recall. So you can see that number of training docs and number of testing docs. So 80, 80, 20. So, and you can see we can go deep into these sections. I mean, we don't have much of the data. So if not, we can go into this confusion matrix and see that what it is and did it do any mistakes or see. We really don't have much of the data to look at it, but whatever we have, we did the best thing to get trained. So let's see, did it complete this training? Ooh, it's still training. Shouldn't be this long. Let's see, one more try, and we'll leave it and we'll go and continue with the coding task of both C Sharp and Python. We'll see the output of that. It's the last try. Oh, okay. We'll leave it. It's taking too much of time. So another thing is, once that is the model is done, then we can come back and click on deploying the models, add the deployment, so we can it shows the deployment. So in this one, what we can do is we can click on the prediction URL. So it gives us the prediction URL also. Okay, but at least we know that what is the project name is this one and what is the deployment name. So we'll continue with the rest of the exercise. So we did the training and evaluate and deploy the model. So click on the deploy and we can take that. And then we can come back to the C sharp code. So here we can see that writing it in .NET 9, and this is also .NET 9. You can see that it's a .NET 9, and let's come back to this service over here, and then look at the rest of the documentation over here. And we have the text analytics version 5.3. So right mouse click on that and look at the NuGet package. What is that we installed? And we do definitely have the latest package. 5.3 is at the top. Okay, and then a small change. I did it, but let's see this. And we are importing the namespaces over here. Okay, I think there's a duplicate. So we have two of these namespaces, Azure AI Analytics, two namespaces. And how are we creating the Azure credentials is little different. So what is that I did little different is, previously we used to have I used to have everything under one section, but now after going through a decent number of chapters, I found that it doesn't align properly to put it everything inside that. Like if you see that under NLP we have the CLU and different things are there now. NER is another thing which is falling under NLP. So I just divided this into a child classes kind of thing. Like anything which is related to NER, I can put it here, and anything which is related to CLU, I can have a subclass, and only those configuration items I can add it. So I just did that small change over there. So here we are doing the get builder host, where we are getting the app settings and the user secrets, and we are reading the configuration. Easy AI service app configuration, you can come here. See, that's the one. Easy AI SVC app configuration is here. Now that is what we are reading, and I can come into this. Here you can see that it has got one section which is NLP service, and NLP, within that NLP service we have NER AI service. That means within the NLP service we have NER. Now CLU, it can be some other subclass which we can put it outside this and create another property. So we can have two different sections and it loads both. That's one piece from the configuration perspective. Now this I wanted to use for all these projects. Now here, if you see here, we are creating Azure credentials, and then here we are creating the URI. So we are creating that Azure credentials URI and text analytics client. So that's this line. You see this, that's the line which is over there. And then extract entities. So we can, first we are reading the files from this particular folder. If you see that inside that, inside this you have data, and inside that data NLP NER adds, there are two files, text files. So we are reading that file and then put it in a batched process, and here we are sending this one client dot the method recognize custom entity, and you see this, that's giving us recognize custom entities operation. So we're traversing through the operation, and then we are identifying. If it is erroring out, we'll not go to the next line, we'll continue from here, go back and read the next response. Okay, so let's see this, how it works. Let me execute this. And again, we'll put a debugger and we'll see that. First, let it execute and we'll come back and we'll see. And then today we have some time, definitely. We'll look at some other project also. Okay, so here NER with AI services. So we can see that it has spitted the entire output. So let's spend some time to see here. So first, let's see that how many files it is reading. Okay, and then let's come back and look at the response over here. So let's execute this another time. So here, what is the batch documents? There are two documents. One is test one, and another thing is test two. And then I do an F10. Let's wait for a minute, and let's see that in the operation. We'll do a quick watch, and inside that the status is succeeded, and the value is the pageable. We can see this, and expires. I think it might fail it, but let's see. Try to do a little bit. So now it's operation.value. Oh, we didn't check that. Let me go back to the quick watch. It has got a value. So let's expand this. So where it is first page function, next page function, I think it's giving the content. So let's do an F5 on this. So that's the document result. Let's see that it has got three entities. I think it should be from the first file. Yes, the test one. So let me do an F1 again. Sorry, F5. And I think this is the second from test 2, and that's it. So it has created. So let me stop this, and let's come back to this one. And here you see I have given the instructions of how to create the virtual environment from the Python perspective, and we can see this NLP. And I did one small thing. Knowingly or unknowingly, I'm exposing my keys. So this time I moved it to another folder where I'm sure that I'm not going to open this file. So VN is here, and rest of the things are same as it is. We are loading all the files because I'm using the same path, whether it is the uh, C sharp or whether it is Python. I'm loading the source text files from the same location at both the places. Little bit of conditions, and then this is nicely crafted, and thanks to GPT also, which helped me in writing a good code. You can see this. So I do deactivate this, and then once you create that view, so here .venv script activate. First you need to activate there at the top, and then we do this and we do this, and we have only this one pi. Okay, so next it loading the files, loaded two files, extracting the entities. That means we are calling, we are extracting the entities. That means we are calling the method to identify. So this gives us the document results, and then document results we are traversing. So it traversed and it's giving us the output. So similarly, we can see that recognized three entities, Bluetooth earbuds, and the next one is item for sale, category confidence is 7.8. Now the entity is $100. You can see that price, offset, and other things which are there. And the next is the location. It's perfect from the text to dog harness, and that was for $20, and Tucson, Arizona. Okay, so that's the one. I think as I was mentioning, let's see some other project which I am developing. We'll discuss a deep in due course. But well, let's complete the syllabus. But I just wanted to show one of the side project which I was creating. So we'll see the real-time use cases of this. First, let me execute this project and then we'll talk. So let me copy the path, and I'll show you where you can go grab it. So let me come back to here and deactivate because it has got its own V and V. Okay, so py app and enter, let it come. So I'll show you the same path wherever it is, the AI 102. Just go back to this one. You see Swami's Tech Skills Academy. So I just created an organization which is for my community service in MVP and other places where I'm doing the events. I just wanted, this is very specific, everything related to AI, ML, and data. And you can see that something I'm working on the semantic kernel also. And at least we'll see this project in this episode. Next episode, I'll showcase something else. Let's see that it's executing. I will click on 5,000. So it's a simple Flask, Python Flask based chatbot, and a lot of things to do. As of now, it has got home page and search history. There's nothing, and there's a chat bot. And let me come back to this. And again, OAuth integration, speech, multi-turn. This is a single turn. Like you ask a query, it gives us answer. Then a query, an answer. Image code. All the queries I have asked, I can go and get those details. Something very similar to the Chat GPT. So as of today, code also can be generated. But let's see this one. Write a program to find in C sharp. Okay, I did a spelling mistake, but I think ChatGPT is quite intelligent. It goes and writes, but I wanted to put it in a separate menu. So one thing is for even though it's a modal AI chat assistant, but wanted to be uh, very specific on those menu options. One is pure textual discussions, and one is for the image generation. Those are the things which are coming in. So I'm slowly, as and when I get some time, I'm just writing those pieces. And another thing is, what is your name? And it says that my name is this one. Then uh, write a small poem in Japanese. Write a small poem. Oh, I'm doing a lot of spelling mistakes. Oh, God, it wrote something. Okay. Write a small poem in Chinese and translate into English. This at least it writes a program, and this time we don't want to know the output, and I'm saying that Arabic. Okay, write a Chinese poem and translate into Arabic, and I will see that when we give this and we'll ask it to translate to English. Okay, I'll see that uh, translate to English. Oh, the same. I mean, plus or minus. But maybe see this. It's like Chinese to Arabic and Arabic to English. There might be something small. It doesn't have a memory. That means see this. What is uh, what is a mango? It gives about a mango. What is an what is an orange? It speaks about orange. Which one is best? See that? I mean, because it doesn't have memory. I mean, we are not sending in the previous chart along with this. It's like singleton. That's what I called it, as a singleton chart bot. So it's like you give one query, it gives you a response, and you give another query, it gives a response. It's of that kind. So you can go into this. I'll show you very specifically what is this. This is the one, and here is an example.env. There's something you can write it, and open API key. I just put it in an environment variable, and just go to the docs and how to build it. And exactly, if you follow this steps step by step, how do you create this and how do you create it? Like, this is a simple secret. That's what I use it. So that will come in here. And models, as I was mentioning, I need to write the code to store all the previous interaction. This is a chart where we are reading it. I'm getting it from the OS environment. I stored it in an environment variable, and this is a simple chart completion from Turbo 3.5, and the temperature is 7. That means a little bit on the higher side of the imagination. And max token is of 200. And this is the Jinja template. You can see that here in the static we have global CSS, and it's purely from the Tailwind CSS. Everything is from the Tailwind CSS, and inter font from Google. And we have home view. So we are spitting out these three HTMLs on. When we go here, you can see these are the three HTML files which we are spitting in the home view. In the home view, we are spitting those, and in the templates, we have the base template, and you can see that Google font is there and the Tailwind CSS. And the global styles is something which we are using it. Uh, these are from the static, and you can see that the global styles just overridden the chart scroll bar. The color is a little lighter, and we see this one on mouse over a small effect. You can see this uh, tab active is another one here between scroll bar thumb is this one, and thumb mouse over as this darker shade. Okay, and data, there is nothing, just a model is there. It's not being used as of now. And docs, it is there, just you can follow that. So as I was mentioning, so along with this course also we can discuss a short mini project. You can take it and be complete within a week, and all the documentation is here, and I've tested it quite a few times. So just keep a watch on this Tech Skills Academy. So you will have this is the one we discussed today. Just work on this one, and I think in the next episode we will discuss something on this. And semantic kernel is also there, but I don't want to derail now. So the semantic kernel one, I have it just integrated. We'll discuss in coming up episodes. I'm planning to discuss these kind of mini projects. Every session we come, we'll discuss that content, and then we'll see how it can be incorporated. You can see this particular one. I have incorporated Azure OpenAI, Hugging Face, and OpenAPI. Like there's a mixture of all these three. So you can see that we're getting OpenAPI prompt, and then this is just it's integrating OpenAI, Azure OpenAI, and Hugging Face, and then here OpenAPI regular response streaming, and this is the Azure OpenAI, it's streaming. Hugging Face, it's streaming. Let's use one of the prompt which we used it. That will be fun part. We'll ask it to write a small poem in Chinese and translate into English. Let me copy this and see. Rashmit, I'll be done in 1 minute. I'll complete it in 30 seconds and I'll hand you over. This is something we'll do a little bit of discussion as I've showcased it, the Python Flask, HTML, and CSS one. So it will be fun to do this one also. So let me kill this. Sometimes what happens is if we don't kill the terminal, it troubles us. So let me stop this and let me start it again. It shouldn't take that much time. It should immediately give. Okay, so it gave this, and now I'm giving my prompt. I'm saying that English, write a small poem in Chinese and translate it in English. So OpenAI response. Now this is streaming, and now this is Azure OpenAI. It gives the prompt at one stretch, and now this is streaming from Azure OpenAI, and this is Hugging Face. It's just one, and here is the streaming. Ooh, so some a different Hugging Face is giving a different response, but OpenAI. Oh, good. This guy, if you see a Chinese poem, and here it is Chinese, but if you see Azure OpenAI, it clearly, even the title itself also it wrote it in Chinese. Okay, this one we'll discuss little in the next or next to next episode. I'm writing quite a few mini projects like this in this organization, ML, AI, ML, and data. Please follow this so we can discuss more. Uh, Back to you, Rashmita.
Okay, sorry, there must be some connection problem. But thank you so much, Swami, for hosting this session, and thank you all for joining us today. Please visit Microsoft Reactor website for more upcoming session. Also, please scan the QR code and do share your feedback. Today's event ID is 24875. Thank you all once again, and enjoy the rest of your day.